Welcome to another video of the comic series. It's me again. Today, I'm talking about what happened when Darth Vader discovered Darth Revan's mask. This video is related to the Star Wars series that I've already uploaded. You're going to recap of the Star Wars series. If you have not seen the story yet and you don't remember, please watch it with the link below. You're watching Star Wars Theory 2.0. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and get all the latest videos. Let's get started. The comparisons between Darth Vader and Darth Revan are remarkable when you think about it firmly. However, what we're going to explore right now isn't a canon. Legends hold lots of tales about Darth Revan that we're all waiting to see canonized in the current Star Wars universe. But I want to talk about the Legends lore in today's video. What happened when Darth Vader discovered Darth Revan, the ancient Sith, his story, his mask, and everything that Evan stood for. You see, Darth Revan and Darth Bane have a link here. It is these two Siths who established the rule of two that Palpatine and Darth Vader know about today, or thought about. And how did this affect Vader's life? And what did he think and read about Revan and his mask with recent novels and books like Lords of the Sith, for example, and several others? Similar to that novel in the current canon, we can see a trend in which Darth Sidious began to dislike the notion that only one apprentice would abide by it. The same may be said at times for Darth Vader in the canon, and other times in the expanded universe. Vader will abandon the borders and seek to find his apprentice, only to be able to defeat Emperor Palpatine together and claim his place as Galactic Emperor. Both of them did not succeed in this endeavor until Palpatine had put sights on Vader's son, Luke Skywalker. Disney gradually seeks to construct his relationship between all Sith in the expanded universe at all times. The ancient Sith did not likewise approve of the Sidious and Vader methods. When reading about the ancient Sith Vader, he and his misgivings about how they handled their power transfer, especially with the two Sith, Darth Revan and Darth Bane. Their legacy will go on forever, changing the Sith. And so, Darth Vader struck with the obsessed Master Sidious. What I'm trying to suggest is that if it weren't for the rule of two, Vader would have been able to teach his apprentice openly and not cover him as Starkiller did. In my view, Starkiller is the central connecting line for this picture. I mean, he is the focal point. If it was not for these strict rules, Vader would have defeated Sidious in the end. Well, granted indeed, if it were not for the rule of two, the Sith would not have been washed clean. I understand that for the sake of this video, we'll talk about why Vader loved the rule of two at the beginning in Revenge of the Sith, because if he wanted to dominate and influence Sidious, this was his only way to achieve that. Fortunately, Sidious had the rule of two to take Vader as his sole apprentice, and only those two governed the galaxy together. Still, the problems became clear when Vader eventually realized that he actually couldn't kill Sidious alone. His injuries were too limited, and he sued. He was realistic enough to understand that his biggest problem now was that he couldn't officially get a new apprentice because his master wouldn't allow it to be because of a two-man rule. So what did he do then? Under secret, he went to train Starkiller in hopes of destroying Sidious. You can see clearly that Vader despised the rule of two, looking back to Revan, which eventually motivated his notion of the rule of two. I think it's fair to say that at the start of his Sith career, Vader was influenced by the likes of Bane and Revan. You might openly say that he respected those men, but at the end of the day, he understood that his master Sidious had poisoned his mind with so much of his lies, because I think he's done. He was going to kill everything that Sidious and the previous Sith had created and start with his son from the start. As we can see, by the time we see Empire Strikes Back, Revan and everyone else has fallen in Vader's eyes. This rule of two, Vader's will never give him a chance to build a perfect scheme. Now, quickly, because I know many fans want a link between Vader and Revan. It is exciting to combat since the two are very close. Both were Jedi war heroes back in the day they turned to the dark side and became Jedi hunters afterwards. But in the end, they were redeemed up in the way Revan was known for his versatility, being well versed in all forms of the lightsaber combat and at least capable with most force powers. His resume speaks for himself. He defeated Mandalore, the ultimate warrior on a par with Jedi killers such as Jango Fett and many bounty hunters. What's more interesting, Darth Revan is technically the only Sith from his time that was technically undefeated in his duels, being beaten by Vishay. Before he was a Sith, when he was a Jedi and was captured as a Jedi, after being blown up by a starship, he was capable of defeating Malik. The latter was a superior duelist, likely by outsmarting him and outblasting him in the end. This concludes that Darth Revan was a tenacious fighter, and with his main strength being at versatility and stamina. Now, Vader was known for his overwhelmed power. He too was a master of oral forms of lightsaber combat, but in his mechanical way, he became more of a pragmatist in Genso, and several offensive forged powers, such as force crush and pull and push. He defeated entire armies of rebels. Single-handedly, he took on several Jedi in the Kessel Trap. All Darth Vader suffered very few losses during his tenure as Sith Lord, and was even considered qualified to have surpassed the legendary Darth Malgus Vader. He was a powerful user, and he crushed you with his relentlessness. His mechanical body gave him the strength advantage. Very few galaxy beings can take more than 1 or 2 blows from him. That would kind of end the analogy, but what do you guys think in the comments below? I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up and subscribe. So that's the review for the comic series, What Happened when Darth Vader Discovered Darth Revan's Mask. I hope you enjoyed this comic. I'm going to upload all the other series of the topics as well. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.